Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Julianne Duffy and welcome to Breathe Within Yoga. Before we get started, I need to talk today. So where I live, our district, so the region I'm under, has now reopened playgrounds. So we're one of the only regions that the playgrounds are open. Now I live inside a little town inside this region. So of course I did the wrong thing by posting on Facebook and asking when the playgrounds will be open. That has been one of my biggest peeves right from the beginning of this shit show. Mind my language, but this has been a shit show of lies, deception, and illusion. And the parks itself were unnecessary, completely unnecessary, to be shut down. If you can think for yourself in any logical way, you would realize that they should never have been closed. So I was attacked on Facebook. I was called stupid. I was told, well, this other town that's in the same district isn't opening their parks, and I've been berated on Facebook. Interestingly enough, I've had many people like what I said, but I have many people that just went off. How dare I? Because this one lady has 3 compromised immune system children. Like, we just can't open the parks. Now this is where I have a big question for. What happened to self-responsibility? If I feel there is little risk of a scenario, and I feel the park is at pretty much no risk to myself, my daughter, and my family, and it is open in my district, why am I not allowed to use it? Because you are fearful of your children getting sick. This is your self-responsibility. Your children, you take care of them. You choose whether they go to the park or not. It's not my fault your children have compromised immune systems. And if you want to get me into why your children probably have compromised immune systems, well, it's probably vaccines. You probably vaccinated your child. Oh, I've just opened the door for hate right here because I brought up the V word. Nonetheless, it doesn't matter because God made us perfect and we came out perfect. So you earn your dis-ease and you earn your ease. And so the reality is that the playgrounds should be open, and it is self-responsibility. And the fact that they have got at least 50% of the population, maybe more, it looks like it's very much split half and half. Half are finding and realizing that this doesn't make sense, and half are drinking the Kool-Aid and believing it whole heart and are living in fear. So they've got us. They've got us split. They have us fighting each other. Like, I'm arguing with people about why are you not allowing me the self-responsibility to make that choice? Why? Because, it makes no sense. There's a 99% survival rate. So that 1% that might die is stopping me from being able to live my life, from doing things. None of that makes sense. And they have half that population drinking the Kool-Aid so much that they're somehow justifying taking away my rights, my ability to make self-responsible decisions on my health, on what is risk, on what I want to do for the greater good. All I keep coming back to is that we now live in like Nazi Germany or a communist country, and it's pretty depressing overall. And that is what I have to say, is that I don't know if there's hope for us, because we have at least half the population that is dumb, completely delusionally stupid. And there is nothing nice I can say about it because they are dumb. The fact that you are fearful and there's not people dropping dead everywhere, it's not happening. This is not even a pandemic. It is not. It clearly is not a pandemic. And if you honestly believe you're at risk, then that's your choice. I'm not taking away that. You know what? If you feel the fear is valid, that is your choice. You take the self-responsibility and choose how you want to live your life. But do not force your fear and how you want to live on everybody else. The economy has been shut down, schools, everything's been shut down. Our lives have been pretty much stopped. I had one lady post, well, we're allowed to go outside. Oh, well, thank you. Shall I bow down to my precious government? Thank you for allowing me the privilege of going outside my house. That is what I say to you, because that is bullshit. And the fact that they are drinking the Kool-Aid so much that this has changed in such a quick time. We're just over 2 months of lockdown here, and you've given up your rights. You have surrendered everything for this fake greater good cause of something that people aren't even dying from. On that note, it is time for, if you are here and you are standing in your truth and know what's going on and can see the delusion, I am here to help you. I'm here to, let's get ourselves moving. Let's get ourselves fixed, because you guys are the only ones that I can relate to. If you are even watching this and actually participating in trying to wake other people up, I'm here. Contact me, message me. We will start our own group. Maybe we'll have to eventually all move somewhere where, it's going to be completely separate, because right now it's looking statistically in the States specifically, it's like 26 or something states that are Republican are opening up. The other 24, which are Democratic, Liberal, NDP, or I guess Liberal, NDP would be Canadian, but Democratic based, are staying shut and putting harsher implements. So that seems strange. Seems very strange. So we are getting a clear divide, and that's happening in Canada. It's just Liberal NDP governments versus conservative governments. I live in a province that has a more conservative government and is allowing things to start to open. Other people I know aren't, and they're getting harder, more strict lockdowns after the fact. My mom lives in northern Manitoba. They had one case way back at the beginning of March. Nothing's come since. Just recently, they completely locked them down. There is nobody if you don't have papers. I am not kidding you. In Canada, you need papers to travel within the province. You are not allowed to leave northern Manitoba, Saskatchewan border town without papers that you are going on a medical trip. And that is the only way you are allowed to leave. And this is after the fact. There's no more cases up there. And they didn't do it when they had a case back in March. No, now going 2 months in, they are now locking them down. If you can't see that none of this makes sense, and you can't get past your cognitive dissonance, this programming, this mind wash, this ritual magic, it is clearly ritual magic they have used on us. You are the problem. Your cognitive dissonance is doing a disservice to humanity. And I don't know how else to say it besides you are the problem. If you can't wake up, you are not part of humanity. You are part of the problem, part of the fear. And on that note, we're going to focus on our counting breath today. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit up tall, lengthen through the torso. Let's bring our shoulders up towards the ears. Let them go down the spine. Keep the chest open, releasing strong core, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis. So with the counting breath, I believe we've done it before, but I'll just remind you, we're going to breathe in for a count of 3 or 4. We're going to briefly hold, and then we're going to exhale, elongating it for a count of 6 or 8. So if you breathe in for 3, you're going to exhale for 6, breathe in for 4, exhale for 8. If you want to go longer, breathing in for 5, you're just doubling the exhale. But we're going to go through 5 rounds of the breathing breath. We'll just go for a count of 3 to start to get ourselves focused. So when you're ready, deep breath in for 1, 2, 3. Take a moment. Let's exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another deep inhale. 1, 2, 3. Take a moment. Let's exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next breath. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more times. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Take that moment. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Just take a moment. Let that resonate. Just notice how you feel after taking that conscious breath. Maybe a little more centered. And then with the eyes closed or gently gazing open, let's rotate our arms overhead. Let the hands touch. Interlace the fingers. We're going to bring the palms towards the ceiling as the fingers point back towards the wall. Shoulders away from the ears. Strong core, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis. Deep breath in, lengthening through those arms. Feel the stretch into the arms, the chest, the back. And then as we exhale, gently bring the palms facing towards the head. Release the hands. Let the arms come down to the side. We'll ground our left hand. Let that right arm gently float up towards the ceiling. And we'll start to lean over to the left, gazing to the inside of the elbow. Deep breath in. Exhale. Imagine those right fingers can get a little closer to the left side of the mat. One more deep inhale, and then as we exhale, use those core muscles, belly button to spine. Gently come back up through center and release the hand. Let's do the other side. Gently lengthen the left side, planting the right hand as we lean over to the right. Again, the gaze can be to the forward or to the inside of the elbow. Deep breath in. Exhale. Another inhale. And exhale. Let's use those core muscles to assist as we come back up, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis. And gently release. Perfect. Let's place our hands on our shins, thighs. Legs can be straight if they're not crossed. And let's just do a couple cat and cows here. So we open through the chest, head goes back, tailbone goes back, deep breath in. Exhale, round the chin to the chest. Release. Inhaling. Exhaling. 3 more times. Deep breath in, opening through the torso, shoulder blades back, tailbone back. Exhale, release. Following the breath. Releasing on the exhale. Last time here. And exhale, release. Gently bringing ourselves back up through center. Let's get moving a little more. We're going to come onto all fours and to our hands and our knees. We're going to tuck our toes and we're going to start to stretch through the feet this morning, afternoon, evening. So our toes are going to be tucked. We start to bring the weight back towards our ankles. We're going to sit up tall. From here, while we start to stretch out our feet and our ankles, we're going to stretch out the arms. Let's start to bring those arms and fingers towards the ceiling, palms away from each other, so away, and then we bring the palms to touch, and we lengthen through the arms. So just kind of take a note which hand is kind of in front and which is at the bottom, or front and back, shoulders away from the ear, elongate, strong arms, gazing forward, strong core, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis. Deep breath in here. And then let that go. Another deep full breath in. And then as we exhale, gently unwind the hands, let the arms come down to the side. Take a moment, shake it out. Let's come forward. We'll untuck those toes. Again, shake them out. And we're going to sit back. Bring your weight back into our heels. We're going to let those knees start to come up. So we're stretching now the front of the ankles. Strong core again, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis. So we feel that stretch into the ankles. Feels good, just getting that beautiful stretch here. And then gently coming forward. Let's do that again. We're going to come back through all fours, curl our toes, try to get that pinky toe in as well. And then we're going to start to sit back, elongating through the torso. And then we'll bring those hands towards the ceiling, palms away from us. This time switching which hand is in front. Lengthening, this prepares us for a wheel as we bring the arms back, trying to get them back towards the ears, shoulders away from the ears. Strong core, elongate. And release. Last breath. Gently release those hands one final time and building up like Christmas, we'll gently come forward, release those toes. And once again, we'll bring the feet flat, sitting back. The knees may not come off the mat. That's not super important. We're bringing those thighs towards our core, feeling that beautiful stretch into the front of the ankle. Another deep, full breath here. Let that exhale go. And then slowly, we're gonna bring ourselves back up. Now we're gonna come through some cat and cows, but we're gonna add our wrists. So when we come through our all fours, our knees are under the hips, the toes can be flat or tucked. We're gonna spread our fingers nice and wide. Now we're gonna start to walk the fingers away from us. So with it, maybe they're pointing forward to the top of our mat, and maybe we start to point just slightly to like maybe a 30 degrees, maybe to or 30 to 60 degrees, maybe to 90. If you're feeling like there's a lot of space, you might even have the fingers, again, pointing towards your knees. So be mindful, there's no electrical or sharp pains. We're just finding that perfect stretch into the wrists. And then wherever we go, we're gonna do some cat and cows in this position. So as we inhale, let's drop the belly, tailbone to the sky, top of the head to the sky. And then as we exhale, round the chin to a chest, let everything go. Following your breath, deep inhale, belly drops, tailbone to the sky, top of the head towards the sky. Exhale, release. Following your breath, deep inhale, drop the belly, top of the head towards the tailbone. Exhale, release, letting it go. One more round. Deep breath in, belly drops, tailbone and top of head. Imagine we can touch those. And then as we exhale, we let everything completely release. Perfect. Gently release those wrists. Shake the toes out. And now we're going to stretch the back of the wrists. So we can come to a kneeling or seated position, whatever feels most appropriate. We're just going to have our hands. We're going to bring them forward, point the fingers towards the floor, and we're going to gently start to encourage the knuckles back towards our forearm. So we're going to feel a stretch into the front of the wrist, or the back of the wrist, sorry. And we're just putting a little bit of a gentle pressure. We don't want to force anything. And while you're here, you can play around with it. Maybe push a little bit more towards the pinky side or towards the thumb side. Just find that perfect stretch into the wrist. Sitting tall, strong core, deep breath in. Slow, gentle exhale. Again, we can come to our counting breath. So maybe taking that inhale for 3, 2, 1. Take a moment. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Another deep, full breath in. 1, 2, 3. Take a moment. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. Gently release that. Maybe draw some circles with the wrist, with the finger, the wrist, releasing that side. Let's do the other side. Fingers pointing towards the floor, gently encouraging those knuckles back. So we're feeling again that stretch into the top of the wrist. Deep breath in for 1, 2, 3. Take a moment. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another deep breath in. Take that moment. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final time. Deep inhale for 1, 2, 3. And final moment here as we let go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release, stretch those, rotate those wrists, stretch them out. Perfect. So hopefully you're strapped nearby for today. So we're going to grab our strap. Let's come back onto our seated bones. And we're just going to make our way into a Paschimottanasana. My feet are a little cold. We're not doing any standing, so I am keeping my socks on today. But usually we do want to have them off if we're standing and keeping our grip so we don't slide around. Sitting up tall in those seated bones, let's grab our strap. Let's place it around the top of our feet. Grabbing evenly with the right and the left hand. Let's do our back bend. So we inhale, we start to gaze up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we bend at our hips, starting to bring the torso towards the thighs, gazing towards the toes. Inhale. And then as we exhale, we imagine we got a little more space in our hips to just let go, release. Let's do our counting breath 2 times. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Take a moment. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time, inhaling, 1, 2, 3. And then let that exhale go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Use the strap or release it as we completely fold forward. Let everything go chin to chest. Inhale for your count of 3. Take a moment. Let that exhale extend for 6. 2 more times. Another deep inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice how much more you can release on the bottom of the exhale. And then as we inhale, we'll slowly maneuver away from our legs, sitting up tall. Let's add a twist. We're going to rotate our arms towards the ceiling. We're going to twist to our right. So drop that left hand to the right thigh. The right hand lands just about 6 inches to a foot from our hips as we lengthen through the torso, belly button to spine. Inhale. Exhale, gaze over the shoulder, stretching out through the eyes. Take the next breath in. Use those core muscles to assist. We'll bring our arms up towards the ceiling. We'll twist to our left. Right hand to the left thigh, left hand by the hip. Those few inches, elongate through the spine, strong core. Exhale, release. Let's take one more deep breath. And then as we exhale, we'll gently come through center, rotate those arms once again overhead. And let's melt completely forward. Just let it all go. Maybe walking those feet side to side as we release in this forward fold once again. So from here, let's stretch out a little more into our hips. We're going to do our seated thread the needle variation. So we're going to bring our right foot so it's flat onto the mat. Now you've got some options. It can be really far away. It can be closer. It's going to be more challenging. So you got your options. So right foot's flat to the mat. Left foot is going to come across the right thigh. So right here is perfect. So the leg, if the leg feels better, you can keep it straight. That is a variation. So straight, foot flat, or we start to bring that foot towards us. Now, if this is going to be a little more challenging, if you find yourself falling forward, you're going to bring your left arm between the legs, right arm around, and you're going to lengthen through the torso. So just pull yourself towards your right thigh. And if there's space with the left elbow, you can push the left leg away. If you're in the figure 4 this way, just let yourself melt over the legs. So those are your options. You're either pulling yourself towards your thigh, gently encouraging the left leg away as long as there's no discomfort into the knee. Or we stay in our figure 4 and we gently melt forward. So whichever one you prefer today, and let's do our 3 rounds of deep full breath. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. Take a moment. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale. Take that moment, exhale for 6. Perfect. Gently release. We'll straighten that right leg. Coming briefly through that figure 4. Release the left. Take a moment, shake it out. Let's do the other side. So again, this time the left leg can stay straight. We can bring that right leg across the left thigh. Or we can start to bring the foot flat to the mat if you want to go a little deeper. Again, your options are either folding forward over the straight leg, or we're going to gently grab the left hamstring, bringing the left leg towards us as we encourage the right leg away, sitting up tall. And exhale. Another deep full inhale. Let it go for your count of 6. Last time, one more inhale for a count of 3, 2, 1. Take that moment. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Let that left leg go straight. Release the right leg. Shake them out. Now you can come to a seated position. Crossed, legs can be straight, or kneeling if you prefer. So choose what you want to go into. And we're going to go into our triceps. So we're going to grab our strap again. And I always recommend to grab the buckle so you don't accidentally hit yourself with it if you have a buckle on your strap. Let's start with our right side. We'll bring our right arm towards the ceiling. Left arm pointing towards the midline, then away from us as we bring it around to grab the bottom part of our strap. So it's going to look like this. And then we start to walk those hands towards each other. If you're super flexible and you can interlace those hands, you are welcome to get those hands to touch. And then from here, we're going to start by looking towards our legs. Then we open up. We want to feel the chest open up. That the right elbow is pointing towards the ceiling. The left elbow and arm is pulling towards the floor. Our chin is level. Deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Take that moment. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time. Inhaling. Feel that opening into the right arm. 1, 2, 3. Take that moment. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Take a moment. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. Grab the buckle with the left hand. Let that left hand come towards the ceiling. Right hand, palm towards us, then away as it comes around and grabs the bottom part of our strap. Walking the hands towards each other. Let's open through the torso. Deep breath in. Take a moment. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 3. Hold. Exhale for your 6. Last time, another deep inhale for 1, 2, 3. Take that moment. Exhale for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Gently release that strap. Perfect. Let's do one more for the arms. So make sure you've got lots of room. You're going to get a nice wide stance with your strap. So make sure you've got, so if you have it, you've got it probably a good couple feet past where your legs would be. So you want to have a nice wide stance. And you can always take a wider grip or a shorter one as you go through this pose. So what we're going to do, we're going to follow our breath. We're going to bring the strap up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we're going to go behind our head. So it's going to start to get deep into the shoulders. So it's going to look like this. So as we inhale for 1, 2, 3, we take a moment at the top, and then we're going to exhale for 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wherever you feel that perfect stretch, let's just hold it there for a moment. Just hold it at that, wherever you feel that beautiful stretch. I can listen to my chest and my upper back. It feels really yummy. Take a moment here. Now, as we come through the next inhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. The strap comes back up, and we're going to exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a moment here. Feel that beautiful stretch. Then gently let the strap slowly come back up and forward. Perfect. So now we're gonna make our way to lie on our mat so we can come into our Savasana here today, just for our final resting and our meditation. So make yourself comfortable, coming to a lying position on your back. Let the feet open up as wide as the mat. Let the back of the arms be supported by the floor. And let's again take our counting breath. We'll do 3 rounds. So as we inhale for 1, 2, 3, take a moment. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next inhale, 1, 2, 3. Feel the breath. Hold it for a moment. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Inhale deep. 1, 2, 3. Take that moment. Exhale for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just let everything completely go and melt. Just let the arms release, the legs release, the head release. And we'll gently float away to stillness for these last few moments. Slowly, we'll start to make our way back to our body. We can wiggle our fingers and our toes. Stretch in any way that feels appropriate, and we'll gently make our way over to our right, coming to recovery. Take this final moment to check in, notice how we feel at this point in our practice, how our body feels and our state of mind. And we'll gently make our way up through to seated. And once we're here, we're going to rotate those arms once again overhead. Let the hands touch. Bringing the hands to heart center, thumbs pointing towards the chest. We finish with our namaste, which means the light within me acknowledges and sees the light within you. Namaste. Thank you again for coming to practice with me. Please like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you've even watched it to this point, if I haven't discouraged you from my rant at the beginning of the video. But keep in mind, we've been completely lied to, and anything coming from mainstream media, government sources, are completely fabricated. They have never cared about you, and they never will care about you. They care about controlling you. That is what they care about. The numbers don't add up. The scenario doesn't add up. There is no pandemic. It is not real. But they have you fearful for something like it's a boogeyman, and it's not. Then they have taken our ability to have self-responsibility away. Because even if you bring that up as a fair comment, that I choose self-responsibility and I choose my risk level, I'm not allowed to. Because the masses will come after me with pitchforks because I want to have the responsibility of taking care of myself. I don't know how this has happened in 2 months, where they've convinced a good portion of the population that the other side of the population is their enemy, the ones that are pointing out that this doesn't add up. They've got us fighting each other. I'm not against those that are asleep. I'm trying to wake those up. But those that are asleep, that are really fighting with this cognitive dissonance, that refuse to see what is clearly going on. Because that's the only way that you can be this dumb, is that you refuse to take any of the things you're observing outside of you. If you listen to the talking box, it sounds dire. But then if you observe what is actually going on around you, it doesn't match. That is that cognitive dissonance, where you still believe what the talking box is saying, yet the things around you do not match it. They got you. They have programmed you. They have mind effed you. They have mind effed you. This is ritual magic. And this is not a joke by any means. I am completely serious. And I get that I'm very alone on it. And I understand that not many people will even watch my video to this point, let alone even agree with me. So as I continue my lone path of awakeness and frustration with this reality, until next time, I will see you at the mat. Stay safe from the insane people. Namaste.